Welcome back to the CryptoLabs YouTube channel. Today we're talking about correlated pairs, we're talking yield farming, we're talking about liquidity pools, and how to reduce your chances of impermanent loss, or at the end of the day, how to reduce impermanent loss, especially in a green market. If things are bullish, if things are in the green, if prices are appreciating, if there's a lot of excitement in the markets, if there's a lot of trading going on. Now know that if there's more volume, there's going to be more fees generated typically. And if there's more fees generated, you get paid more. But if there's a lot of action in the market and the prices are going up and you're in a non-correlated pair, if you're in a Bitcoin and a stablecoin pair, then yes, you'll be making a lot of fees. A lot of people just want to make more fees than what they may see in impermanent loss. But what if you can have the best of both worlds? And that's what we're going to talk about today. I have been seeing comments in the YouTube comments, but also here, one of our members in the Underdog Investor Group, he's part of the six-figure DeFi Earner Challenge, which you're welcome to join. He just hit $25 a day. He's in 3 pools. What an interesting day. I've managed to have all 3 pools stay in range for a week. We really talk about setting nice wide ranges. We want to make steady income. All 3 are barely hanging on today because the prices of the tokens have shot up. So we're talking about, should we rebalance? The pros, the cons. But my fees are collecting double. Like APRs have doubled because there's a lot of volume. Anyone else seeing the same? So yeah, 100%. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the six-figure DeFi Earner Challenge. If you are a member, please be leveraging this because the community, the chat, and the information that breaks it down $3 a day, $10 a day, $25 a day, $50 a day, $100 a day is invaluable. This is where we want you to start. Don't worry about the educational stuff. Don't worry about the investor groups yet. Do the investor initiation and then join the community and you'll come really quick into the six-figure DeFi Earner Challenge. In a $100 per day one, we have correlated pairs. I'm going to simplify this, but basically if you think about correlated pairs, the easiest way that I could explain it is 2 pairs that move in tandem together, both up and down. And beautifully, there are tools that will help us, we don't have to scope all this out. There's tools that can help us see which pairs are correlated, which aren't, which are negatively correlated, which move opposite of each other. And we can see a 7-day, 30-day, and a year history on DeFi Llama. So I'm going to bring that up in a second here. Now, why do we need to know this? Because if I'm to invest in, let's pull up a few assets here. Sol, XRP, I don't know, Chainlink, Avalanche. These are all pools that I'm in. I'm in Bitcoin. I don't have anything Litecoin right now. Let's just do this for fun. You could start seeing which pairs are correlated. Bitcoin and ETH, you can see, are fairly correlated. The closer to one, so a positive, which will be a green, is correlated. And if it goes red, it'll be negatively correlated. And the closer to 1 on either end it is, the more correlated it is. So a 1-1 would be a perfectly correlated pair. So you can see Bitcoin and ETH move together very nicely over the last month, over the last week, still, and over the last year, very nicely. So we could say that Bitcoin and ETH are correlated pairs. They move together, and I think most of us understand that. But what happens when we start going into alts? What happens when we start going down the rabbit hole? Now, please know, when everything is pumping and you only look at the last few days or the last 7 days, you might see a lot of correlation, but that's not always true. Or if markets are really volatile, sometimes the data can be skewed. So I do like looking over a month and over a year and just seeing what changes. So what else is closely correlated? Bitcoin and XRP. Bitcoin and XRP. Bitcoin and XRP. Not here over the last 7 days, they've been correlated, but over a year, they're pretty close. If there was a Bitcoin XRP pool, which I don't think there is, you would have seen appreciation of Bitcoin and XRP, and you wouldn't have been fully converted into either or if you were, you'd still be riding appreciation. So you'd be getting fees, and you'd be getting the trading fees or the liquidity pool fees, and you would be getting the upside of appreciation. But if you were in, let's go last 7 days because we'll find some negative stuff. Obviously, Link and USDT, that's a great one here. If you were in Link and USDT, which stays at 0, obviously, the correlation to that was almost a minus 0.8. So we'll just say it was as bad as it can possibly be, which totally makes sense. Because if Link is moving like crazy and USD isn't, you're going to see you're going to take impermanent loss no matter what way you look at it. But over a year, Look at these, or over, let's just say the last month. Obviously, these are all zeros in the stablecoin thing because everything else has been moving like crazy. Is that making sense? ETH and Linked over the last month have moved in tandem. So if you were in an ETH and a Link pool, you got massive fees because there's been a lot of volume, and you've also rode both appreciations. So you haven't seen impermanent loss. It was a gain. So you would be doing better than just holding Link, or you would have been doing better than just being Link in USDT. You would have got the best of both worlds. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense, because this is huge. A lot of people think liquidity pools, they're setting ranges and they're kind of guessing. This is why we do what we do in the UIG, because there's so much more to it. You can get so strategic. Or if it's looking bearish, you can hedge against that as well. You may not want to be in a correlated pair because if both pairs are dropping in value, you're seeing impermanent loss. Why? You may want to sit on stables if you think markets are going to correct and then you can get back in, or you can of course be in a ETH and a stablecoin. And yes, the price of the ETH will be dropping, so your stablecoin is going to be converted into ETH. So you're basically dollar cost averaging on the way down, but you're earning fees and you'd be holding ETH anyway. I hope this makes sense. I hope this is a little bit eye-opening because it's like the opportunities are massive if you take a strategic approach. I think a lot of people are still degenning. Now they're just degenning DeFi. They're like, oh, this is a cool pair. Oh, it's doing 200%, which you can do. But they're setting a range. They don't know why they're doing it. And then they're like, oh, this is a scam. This doesn't work. It doesn't work because you don't know what you're doing. Just saying. Plus, the returns you can make are near degen level, but you don't have to gamble every single day. You know how many YouTube channels that I still see pop up that it's just every day they're posting a new gamble play with a referral link? Hey, this is an investment. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. And I think we should know better. And if you want to gamble, that's fine. But I think a lot of people are misled into thinking it's investing, and it's not. Strategically apply what you're learning. Check out this YouTube channel. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to wrap this video up. Come join us in the UIG, by the way. We cover this stuff and more. We're always talking about this stuff. We're always sharing pools. Fridays, we have our end of week calls where the entire team comes and just talks about their positions, what's happening in crypto. That's happening in about an hour and a half, and I'm very excited for that. Then we hold educational calls literally, and I'll just show you here, almost every single day. So we've got, here's our end of week recap. All calls are recorded, of course. Mondays, we welcome new members and kind of show you around. Monday, we also have our fast track calls, which is our 101 program. It's a 3-month 101 program. And our final end of 2023 year intake is happening over the next 7 days. So that's kind of exciting. Tuesday is crypto educational support. Wednesday is True DeFi implementation. Thursday is technical analysis. Learn those skills. Be there on the calls, or you don't have to be on the calls because all calls are reposted. There's a wicked questions, wicked feed. We're always looking at different charts, always trying to get an up, even if you're doing liquidity pools. This is super helpful. And then, of course, we have a TA course that dives into some pretty cool stuff. So definitely check that out and join us in the UIG. That said, if you ain't ready for that yet, which I get it, maybe you're not ready, I will leave some educational content here and here and here and here. The YouTube channel is full of it. Well over 100 videos, I think, by now. Maybe 140 or 150. So definitely do check them out. Yield farming, different pools, DeFi protocols, how to find DeFi stuff, how to use DeFi Llama. It's all here. Do check it out. I think information should be free. It's the implementation of the information that I value the highest. And so the UIG is the implementation of that information and community and support. And we got a wicked team to help you through it. So that's that. I'll leave it at that. Enjoy your Friday. And with that said, we'll talk soon. Peace.